Here are Ryan's top 3 favorite wrestlers. Number 3, Will Ospreay. Number 2, Kenny Omega. Number 1, Master Wada. No way, that can't be right. Damn! Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
For every new YouTube subscriber for the month of October, we will be shaking the virtual 8-ball that is right now currently still the wrestling journalist. So if we need to ask him something, we can still get him in here. But at the end of the month, we will be changing all the replies in the 8-ball to different items that we can donate to the local Humane Society here to help out cats, dogs, and their employees as much as we can. So far, we're up to 142 subscribers. When this started, it was 136, I believe. So that's already 6 things we have to donate.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So we're keeping track of that, guys. So thank you for the subscriptions over the last week. All right, let's talk and get into the hot tag topics. And of course, we have to start with the WrestleDream review because that happened Sunday. It actually happened after No Mercy, but I don't really want to talk about No Mercy right now. So we're saving it for later. I try to book this show kind of like Tony Khan. I want to make it flow together. Do what?
We don't have to talk about it at all.
I got a 5-star match on that show, though.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where they were coming from.
I will start here. WrestleDream review. Overall grade for WrestleDream?
I don't know. It's been a long time. Let's see. WrestleDream. Oh yeah, I remember this. It does seem like it's been a long time,
dude. Every time we do a show after a pay-per-view from a Sunday to a Sunday, dude, there's so much other shit that's already happened in wrestling. It's insane.
What was your? I guess your 5-star was what? Danielson and Jr. Sabre Jr.
So I was right. It is 4 5-star matches. So I got 3 in WrestleDream alone. Got Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., Swerve, Hangman, and Christian Darby all got 5 stars from me. Oh, also Ryan. Shout out to Ryan because he won predictions. He gained a match on me for the Christian Darby pick, even though everything that happened I said would happen. Well, in fact, let's go back to the tapes. Here we go. Here's the video from last week. I've got it up. Ryan also looks like a genius because he agrees with what I say and then lays it out exactly how I say. So I got you in there too because why not have someone that's gassing you up and making you even more correct? So thank you for that, even though you stole it and got the victory out of it. So here we go. Let's just watch this video right quick, and you'll see me break down exactly how this all was gonna go. Well, I have Luchasaurus on this one.
I have Luchasaurus too. Nick Wayne hasn't won a single fucking match as far as I know. And it doesn't make any sense for his first win to be over somebody that just lost the belt. And storyline wise, as far as later in the night, it makes more sense for Luchasaurus to like beat the absolute shit out of Nick Wayne to like.
See, here's my thing about it. This match really does the way that you pick it really is dependent on how you think the main event is going to go between Christian and Darby, right? I feel like that because I feel like Luchasaurus is going to beat Nick Wayne, and there's a big part of me that thinks Nick Wayne is going to turn on Darby at the end.
So it would make sense for Christian Cage to win, him and Luchasaurus to be beating down Darby, maybe do the thing that you were talking about where Nick Wayne doesn't come out to save him or comes out and beats him up because he doesn't feel like he's been on his side or whatever, and then you have Edge come out and fucking clear house or whatever.
I'm completely going against what the fuck I said at the beginning of the prediction show, 100%, because I actually think Nick Wayne is... I want Nick Wayne to come out and cost Darby the match and then Adam Copeland to come out. Okay? That's how I want it to go. All right, there you go. And no, that's not the same shirt. That one is a little bit more V'd out. And it's about time to change that one, I think, Ryan. But he's got a little bit tighter shirt around the neck today. So no, he just has a shit ton of black shirts. He's like Pat McAfee, but with black shirts. Fabletics. Oh, okay. Fabletics had a nice sale this weekend. I almost jumped on that for pants. But anyway, that's another story. I didn't get any, but... Do what?
I like their joggers.
Yeah, that's what was on sale. Well, they were like $19 or something, and they were originally like some astronomical amount of money.
Well, they say they were, but they never are.
Yeah. They just they do the Shopify thing where they have it marked out to make you think that they're worth that much. Yeah, I get you. But there you go. I've got those 3 matches being 5 stars. I don't think Meltzer only had the Danielson Zack Sabre Jr. and he had that like 6.5 stars or some shit like that. Anyway, I don't do that.
So-
5 is my cap. I don't give a fuck. 5 is my cap. But he gave like 4.75, I believe, to Swerve and Hangman. And I don't remember what he gave Christian Darby off the top of my head.
Let's see. He gave it 4.5.
Okay, so 4.5. Was I right about the 4.75 for Swerve and Hangman?
Yes, 4.75.
Okay, I gave all 3 of those 5. So I disagree with Meltzer. And he gave what? It was a 6.5 for Danielson? What was it, 5.5? Okay, 5.5. All right, my bad. But yeah, 5 is my cap. So those 3 matches, of course, you also had Statlander versus Julia Hart. FTR and Aussie Open. Like, well, so what did you think of the pay-per-view? Grade the pay-per-view. Now that you know what it was.
It'd take me a minute. The wrestling on it was all good. Like, I don't think there was a bad wrestling match. The only one that felt kind of slow to me was FTR and Aussie Open, which I was kind of surprised about because, you know, they've had a good match before, and it's not like this one was bad. It just took so long to build up to the last couple minutes of it being good that I wasn't. I don't know what it was. I wasn't super.
Kyle Davis getting hurt again, bro. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. Mark Davis, by the way, not Kyle. But
My bad, I mixed them together.
But yeah, I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10 if I'm doing an out of 10 system. So A plus. It was a good show.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad on it. There wasn't like a single bad match on it. Even the Starks Yuta one, which, you know, it's Starks versus Yuta, you already know what's going to happen. The way they've been telling the story, Starks is obviously going to win. And, you know, you can kind of even figure out how the match is going to go just from hearing the 2 people that are in it.
I mean,
Even that was
just the interaction they had backstage, Yuta pretty much told you how it was going to go. Just the way he talked to Starks about, oh, I always get beat up, but I always get right back up or whatever, and I get my ass beat every day and all this other shit. Like, you're literally telling everybody basically that you're going to lose this match.
Right. Yeah. Even the pre-show stuff was okay. I thought the
3
TMT
matches.
game-
It ended up being 14 matches, like we had said on the prediction show. There was 2 more matches added in with the Claudio and Barnett, and then the crazy 4-on-4 match with Keith Lee, Athena, Billy Starks, and who was his other partner? Oh, yeah, Kojima, the bread guy. Yes, of course. I don't know how the fuck did I forget bread guy. And then, of course, my favorite part of that whole thing was Jim Ross asking Excalibur to explain the bread thing, and he's like, "Hey, just likes baked goods." He's really a fan of baked goods. Accurate. And then they went against Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Diamante, and Mercedes. Correct? I believe that was the tag team that they had.
Yeah, Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor, Diamante, and Mercedes. Yep.
All right, so 14 matches. It was crazy. I didn't
You know,
watch
there was
watch
a
the
match.
fucking scrum till yet the next day because that was a long ass show.
There was a match I wasn't crazy about. The MJF Righteous handicap match.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I get it. I get what they were doing. I get why it was booked the way it was. Still, I never really like it when an established tag team loses a 2-on-1. It never makes any sense to me. And we've talked about
No one
before.
on this show does. We've been very adamant about this in the past, even though I didn't think the Righteous should have been in that spot anyway.
Mhm.
I still didn't want them to lose a 2-on-1 handicap. They should have just either rescheduled the match or had MJF find another partner, and then that's where you bring Wardlow in. Or something like that. I don't know. Because, of course, everybody's pointing to the MJF on his tape. Obviously, everybody's like, oh, is he going to join him or is he going to beat him? No, he's clearly pissed off. He's going after this motherfucker.
You don't write
The fuck
someone's
he
name on
came
your
out
wrist.
there and destroyed him and then left through the crowd and was like pushing people off him, not even high-fiving people. He didn't smile. He wasn't a good guy. He's coming to fuck MJF up, who is currently technically a babyface. So no, why would he come over there and fucking join him?
If anybody's like writing your name on their fucking wrist tape, it's not because they need to remember who you are to go be your friend, okay? It's like motivation.
Yeah, MJF didn't pass away. He's doing that because he's about to kick his ass.
It's not a fucking armband. It's so stupid. I don't know who's confused by this, but apparently.
Oh, there's
some
people.
are.
There's people asking the question, dude. Anyway, I agree with you. I give it I'll give it A+. There's three fives. I gave it 3 5-star matches. There's no way it's not an A+.
Yeah.
There's just not. I mean, 3 out of 14, but still, a lot of fucking matches.
What'd you think
But the
about
other
them
ones
having-
weren't like, besides the tag team match, I'm not sitting there seeing a bunch of 2s or 1s. They're all 3 something, or all 4 something, or 5. There's nothing under 3 stars besides the 2-on-1 handicap match.
Yeah. Well, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne.
No,
But
I
that's
like
not
seeing him get his ass kicked, honestly.
I guess.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
What'd you think about them
If
having?
it was under what is it? Wrestling Observer. If it's under 5 minutes, it doesn't get a rating or something like that. Was it under 5 minutes? I can't remember.
I don't remember. What'd you think about them having Omega lose again?
Dude, I'm done. I'm done picking Omega. I'm fucking done picking you, Omega. In fact, that might be one of the reasons why you keep losing is because I keep picking you. I don't understand what's going on. I know when he destroyed fucking Mighty Mouse on the Street Fighter game, he had mentioned at the beginning of it, I mean, destroyed. Fucking, he mentioned, it's going a lot better than my wrestling career now. I've lost like 10 or 11 in a row or some shit. And they have been playing up the storyline that Don Callis is saying he can't win without me. So I understand it. But how do you keep having iterations of all these different teams with fucking future Hall of Famers and can't beat Sammy Guevara on the other side, who always takes pins? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you should not have lost that match.
That was a weird part to me because, like, didn't they add him in there specifically to take the pin? That was the
And
whole,
then they had him beat Jericho. So Omega. You're using Omega to further other storylines that no one cares about?
I would say nobody cares about it, but yeah, it is.
Sammy
it's a
Guevara
little
and
bit.
Jericho's been going on for 4 fucking years.
Yeah, but not always in the same dynamic.
It's basically Bloodline at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's stretched out. It's a little stretched out.
All right. So we both give it that. Is it safe to say that Danielson Zack Sabre Jr. was your match of the night, like everybody else's? Or did you like Swerve Hangman more?
What makes you think my match of the night wasn't Kingston versus fucking Shibata?
That match was crazy. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah, that match is four. They beat the shit out of each other. 4 point.
Shit.
I don't know if I want to go 4.25 or 4.5, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. It's definitely 4 something.
Yeah, I think just like overall favorite match, I think that one might be my favorite match of the night, but that's also kind of the style that I like too. But Danielson and Sabre Jr. was really good too. It would be between those two.
I really like Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr., don't get me wrong, because that's kind of my favorite style. It's more of the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, or like Jerry Lynn, RVD type matches where they're both very even and they have the similar styles, or they can both do similar styles or whatever. I like those matches. Now, not to say I don't love a good fucking Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs, because I do. I love people beating the shit out of each other too, but I just like, if I had to pick one or the other, it would be that. But don't sleep on Swerve versus Hangman. I'm surprised I did not get 5 stars from Dave Meltzer, because they did such a good job of doing like when he did the 450 on the arm, for instance, and it looked like he missed from the camera angle, but if you actually look at it, you know what he was doing. And there was like there was no pop, because I don't think a lot of people realized what he did, and I guess they thought he missed or something. But that whole match was done very well storytelling wise, within the confines of the match, that almost was like separated from what they were doing leading up to it for the storyline. It's almost like Swerve beat him because in the storyline, he was like, you're just the same old Hangman. You've been doing the same shit for this whole time or whatever. I'm up and coming. I'm the one that's actually changing. I'm the one that's evolving. And yet I'm still not getting opportunities, and you are. Then they have the match. Swerve changes his style a little bit, does a little bit more high-flying shit than he's done recently, ever since he bulked up. Hangman's still trying to do the exact same shit. He works on the arm, takes him out, ends up beating him, and basically proves to Hangman that he was right the whole time. Then, of course, you had the promo with Hangman on Dynamite, I believe, where he was like, oh, I guess you were right, although you still had to cheat to beat me type deal. So they protected Hangman in a sense. But I thought that match was really good. The only reason I would slightly give it to Danielson over Zack Sabre Jr. over Swerve versus Hangman is because of the finish. That's it. That's literally it. We all knew that Swerve needed the match, but come on, man.
They didn't need to do that finish to tell that same story. Because if the whole story is, you're not evolving, you're stagnant, whatever, then you have him win clean, and then for Hangman to get his match back later, you have him start breaking out some new shit. That's a very
Or have
basic
Hangman cheat to win.
storytelling beat.
Either way, that would work too.
Hangman cheat, yeah. I think another part of the Danielson Sabre Jr. match that raised it a lot for me was having Mox on commentary. So
Moxley commentary all night was, hey, hold on, let me get my stars out. Get some stars out for Moxley commentary. There you go, right there.
Commentator of the year. I don't think he could go out there and do it every night and be entertaining or anything. Because
we're talking like early Jericho, like COVID Jericho Dynamite, right? Like if it's every now and then, it's like, oh man, that's really good. You should have him on a couple more times. But then Jericho started getting a little repetitive and annoying, and yelling into the mic constantly is very fucking annoying. But John Moxley yelled into the mic too. But John Moxley, it was funny because he had that really good breakdown of Zack Sabre Jr. and Danielson and their styles or whatever. And then Nigel just turns around like, take a breath or whatever. Like, because he took a little bit long to explain it. But like, he didn't mess up when he was trying to say it or anything. It took a while to say. Nigel is starting to piss me off. It's about time for Nigel to get in the fucking ring with this Danielson. I'm so sick of Nigel on commentary with Danielson, dude. It's so annoying. Just fucking get back in the ring, dude.
Right, Danielson shouldn't be ducking him. I'm injured.
How can you duck an announcer?
I'm injured, but I can wrestle the next week because they had talked about having a match at.
Yeah, I know. And then Danielson got hurt or whatever. I know because I saw the picture of him in his old school fucking gear or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Got hurt.
Great shape, but you don't need to be fucking killing this man every other. The motherfucker just beat Zack Sabre Jr. He can beat you.
It makes sense to me though. I mean,
I like every other fucking line though.
But here's the thing. The heel commentator thing is annoying when it's for everyone, but for him to be a pretty normal commentator and then a heel commentator for one fucking guy that in the storyline it absolutely makes sense for him to hate, I'm fine.
If they end up doing the storyline, yes, okay. That all gets wiped away like fucking Days of Future Past X-Men. I don't care, that's fine. But if they never end up doing the match, that's fucking gonna be, I can't go back and watch those matches. It's gonna be so fucking annoying.
They will eventually. I don't know what it does for Nigel. Aside from
depends on if he gets the win. If it's like Danielson's last match and he puts him over. What if Nigel comes back full time? That's what I'm saying.
He's not going to. He's just not going to.
Let's say an Alex Riley situation where you're on NXT a commentator and then try to come back for NXT and then get released 2 weeks later.
Could be. That could be why they hired him.
But yes, he has toned it down because when he first did come over, he was still heel Nigel from fucking NXT and it was very annoying. Yeah. Let's talk about those prediction records right before we move on, though. We've got them updated here. I am now 101-27. That's right. I broke the triple digits, baby, in the win column. And Ryan is 96-32.
At the scrum, why were people so convinced that Christian Cage was like legitimately talking shit to Brian Alvarez?
I don't know.
That was weird.
He's clearly in character the entire time.
He's in character the whole fucking time. They're all like, oh, you finally put him in his place. Bro, he's in fucking character. He's also lying. He was literally on fucking commentary for Nick Wayne versus Darby Allin. And when he gets asked a question, he's like, no, I've never seen Nick Wayne wrestle. Like, if you don't understand that he's like in fucking character, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, how are you that much of a fucking mark that you can't tell he's in character while he's replying? People are so fucking happy to see him get shit on or whatever. It's like he didn't shit on him. He didn't fucking say anything.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Meltzer or Alvarez fan, but even I don't know what it is about the internet these days where or they see something and they automatically think it's real. Your initial thought should always be that this is fake, not real, ever.
Very weird.
It's not. Social media is not real. All right, like legit. Like 90% of the shit you guys see is fake. I don't understand. And that also leads me into this whole conversation a lot of people were having about that chick that was on TikTok or whatever that was floating around said what's your biggest ick or whatever, and she said people that like wrestling, and then more specifically people that like AEW because it's an advanced version. She called it an advanced version of WWE. That shit was funny as fuck. But anyway, like everything that you guys consume is fake. As far as what comes out of your monitors is fake. Video games are not real. Fucking TV shows, movies, they're not real. Fucking all these fucking TikTok people that act like they got sprayed in the eyes or beat up by somebody. You can clearly tell that it's staged. All of it is fake. And yet you still complain about professional wrestling being fake or being something that people shouldn't be into, that it's for kids, etc., whatever. Everything you guys consume is fake. Everything.
And not to mention, people, I don't know if they just don't know this or what, but when Alvarez said that, oh, I had a match with his father or whatever, he didn't just have a match with Buddy Wayne. Buddy Wayne trained Brian Alvarez. That's why he's asking those questions. Like, it's not, people are very, why do you, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why do you have our, are you playing our video again in the middle of our shit?
Yeah, from last week. What are you talking about? I played it from last week. I did that a long time ago. Are you on that big of a lag?
I guess so. Sorry, no, I just glanced over at it and saw it in the middle of it. But yeah, no, like the whole storyline fake, we're all still in fucking kayfabe reason that Brian Alvarez is asking that question is because Buddy Wayne trained him. Like he's playing into Christian's character during that, and people just, it went completely fucking over their head.
All right. So, did you like that version of Scrum better, where they had a lot more people, but just shorter time frames to ask questions? There's a lot of people on that Scrum compared to usual. It was like 30 minutes longer, but you get what I'm saying. He had like fucking 5-6 more people than usual.
Yeah, and then he brought out
Shibata and Orange Cassidy at the same time, right? He brought out Danielson, he brought out Christian, he brought out Edge, he brought out Statlander, and he brought out
Adam Copeland. MJF was out there.
MJF, and then I think there was another set of two people. Yeah, Jericho and Omega. That's right. Yeah, that was a lot of people.
Yeah. No, I was fine with it because I feel like it reduced some of that awkwardness where you get like 4 or 5 questions in, and then they're all just kind of like sitting there waiting for another question.
Because everybody got their question already asked. Yeah, probably. Because everybody's probably sitting there with. I don't know if Tony tells these people who he plans on having out there during like the media calls or whatever, who possibly will be in the Scrum or whatever, like to the Sean Ross Saps or the Xenias or whoever.
Well, apparently WWE didn't tell Jay and Cody that they were going to be doing a fucking Scrum.
Holy shit. No. Until too late. Not until it was too late. That was probably the best Scrum moment ever. That was better than most of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. I enjoyed that a lot. I think I said on Twitter that they should all wrestlers should start having their celebratory drinks before they go do these scrums in both companies, because it makes.
They had the first match of the night though, right?
Yeah,
pretty sure. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A local.
And I said, "Do you feel him, sir?" That shit was funny as fuck. Do you feel him, sir?
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.